Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6th of June today. I am waking up in the town of Berat in Albania today. If you're just joining me, welcome. My name is Kyra and I'm currently on an intrepid tour exploring the Western Balkans. And right now we're exploring Albania. Today we're actually leaving Berat and moving on to Tirana. So is Berat worth visiting? I would say yes, but only really budget a day here. That's all that we had one night and it was enough time. We did a guided walking tour, learned about the history, just saw the sights, and you really only need a little bit of time, especially for the old town. Super stunning, and I'm glad that we had really good weather because it's kind of been like threatening to rain but hasn't really committed. So today we're going to Tirana, which is also another city with a lot of history. Of course, if you don't know, the Balkans obviously had a lot of impacted history with wars and conflicts and Ottoman empires and other empires, and there's just a lot to take in here on this part of the world. I'll share my experience exploring the Western Balkans, but I'm not a historian, so I'm not going to get into too much detail. But is it worth visiting? I definitely say yes. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go downstairs to have my included breakfast. Always a treat. You got to start your day with a good meal. And then we're gonna make our way by our minibus to Tirana. So let's go explore more of Albania. So for every segment of this trip, we've had a different bus, and this is by far the biggest. This is like a full-on minibus for Albania. It's pretty great because you can spread out, and there's only 6 of us, but I have a whole row to myself. And I think the drive this morning is about 3 hours, give or take, to Tirana. Hello and welcome to Tirana. This is a busy little city, isn't it? We arrived and we hit traffic, but we just checked into our hotel room. Excuse all the shouting kids. I think we're by a school and they're on recess and very excited and shouting, but I just wanted to give a quick room tour. We do have a walking tour as part of the itinerary for the Intrepid tour. There is a walking tour this afternoon, so we have about 40 minutes to settle into our rooms before we have to go on the walking tour. But I just wanted to be honest with you before we do the room tour. I am kind of over this group tour. I just have like a feeling that maybe the era of doing a group tour for me is over. I don't know, there's just a lot of risk with group tours. Like, you don't know if you're gonna enjoy your group. You don't know if there's gonna be such a huge age difference like there is for mine. Like, literally, I'm the youngest, not just by a couple years, but by almost 3 decades. So it's a lot, and I find that I don't have a lot in common with all the other people on my tour because of such a huge difference in age. Age is just but a number, but with this group, it does make a difference. And there is a little bit of those dynamics I told you about before with the person I used to share a room with. So now I'm just feeling a little bit disconnected and over the tour. So there actually is only 4 days left. I'm gonna do my best to try to enjoy the rest of this tour because we're gonna visit some beautiful places, but it's just a little bit sad that once again, just like in Vietnam and Cambodia when I did that long G Adventures tour, this tour as well is not what I thought it would be. It's not ideal. I'm just gonna be honest. So if I have seemed a little off in the last few updates, it's because I'm just over this tour group. I realize I need to do independent travel almost exclusively now because these group tours, they're just not cutting it, and it's just back to back, not a very good experience. So I don't know. Maybe I've just grown out of group tours and they're not for me anymore, and I'm perfectly fine getting myself around. I'm comfortable doing that. I guess that's just a takeaway for future times when I want to book a tour. I'll just think, hey, actually, you could probably do this on your own for a lot cheaper. But anyways, enough of that. I'm in Tirana. This is a pretty cool city. I think I'm going to learn a lot on this walking tour. So I will vlog the walking tour, but before we do that, let's check out this very tiny hotel room. It will only take a second to show you. Okay, literally this is it. A little single bed and a little desk, TV, and a bathroom. This is the bathroom. It's an okay, hotel room. And there's a nice mirror here, which is always good. Okay, I think I'm gonna go wander for a little bit, try find something quick to eat for lunch just before we have to go on the walking tour at 1 p.m. But until then, I will see you guys on the walking tour, which I'm excited to do. Bye! Everybody, I just wanted to close out the vlog because I actually finished my little shopping experience. I bought a pair of sandals, which I love, but I had inspiration. I was talking about how the tour group wasn't my vibe and there was a lot of group dynamics unfortunately taking place. So I changed gears and I actually went to a hostel tonight. So I got ready. I walked down the street because on Google Maps it said there was a hostel just down the road. So I walked there and I just went into the hostel. I was like, hey Ed, I'm not staying here, but is it okay if I just have a beer? Because there was a bar on site. I just felt better that I was buying a beer to be like a patron of the hostel. And I chatted with the manager and he was like, yeah, that's totally fine. They just let me chill and I met a bunch of travelers and I met people that were volunteering there and it was just the best idea ever. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, to just hang out at hostels, even if you're not staying there. I literally forgot about all the other dynamics, all the other things that were bothering me earlier today and yesterday. I forgot about it for like 3 to 4 hours solid, socializing with people that are my age, who are traveling and backpacking, and we have the same interests in common, and we were all traveling, talking about stories, where we've been. It was so lovely. I feel great, and I made 2 connections with people who are still here in Tirana tomorrow. So I hope to connect with some of them either in the afternoon or even for dinner. And if not, I can always head back back to the hostel tomorrow night because we do have one more night here in Tirana. So that's the update I wanted to give to you guys, and just a hot tip. If you're ever on a group tour and you don't like the people you're with, or you're just traveling but you like to stay in hotels, head over to a hostel that lets outside guests come in, because not all of them do, but the ones that do, because I actually talked to the owner and told him my situation and everything, and he was like, yeah, just stay here and have some fun. It was great. So there's a hot tip for you. Anyway, I'm about to go to bed. I think my eyes are like bloodshot. I'm pretty tired, but I wanted to wrap up my first day in Tirana with first thoughts of the city. My first impressions is it is a nice city. I love that it's so walkable. I really like that everything is really compact. I really enjoyed my time at the mall. I believe it's called Toptoni or Tapatio, something. It's like a new mall that was built, and I was able to find, like I said, my sandals. I'm gonna show you, one sec. And don't mind my clothes, I was hand washing my clothes. Okay, so at the mall, I found this brand here. Have you ever heard of it? Sergio Paganelli. Obviously a European brand I've not heard of before. I got them 50% off, and I think they're super cute. They're just a really nice, genuine leather. Look at all the stitching detail. And what I liked about it is the sole is super squishy. Like, it's just very comfortable, very light, and just a very beautiful craftsmanship for this sandal. And I love the little detail there with the pink and the natural tan. I always like to buy tan sandals because they just honestly go with every single outfit. Yeah, I really like how lightweight they are, so that's what I bought today. They were 50% off, which was a really good deal because these are 100% leather. I paid 4,400 lek, which comes out to be about 57 Canadian dollars. I think that's pretty good. That's my day done in Tirana. Other than that, the walking tour was okay. The guy was a little bit rambly. I wish that we had a better guide because he wasn't very engaging, and my attention span was, leaving very quickly. Some people are just so good at doing these walking tours, and my attention is engaged the whole time. Like in Skopje, that was the best walking tour guide ever. But these other walking tour guides, I'm just like, start to look at different things and focusing on things that he is not saying because I'm not interested. I mean, we learned about the communism, the history here. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a little bit more sightseeing. But in the morning, we actually have a day tour outside of the city center. So I don't have another full day in Toronto, but I have half a day. And I will go to see a Bunk'Art museum, which is the first one because there's two. There's one in the city close to the hotel, but the first one closer to where the cable car is, that one's better, apparently, because it's bigger. So I'm going to go do that, I think. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. It's the end of the night. I got to go to bed. But those are my first impressions on Tirana. It's a cool city. That's all I gotta say. It's a cool city. I reckon I'll be back one day. I like it. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 7th of June. Yeah, there's been a lot of drama. Oh my gosh. So I've been calling my mom and just telling her about my experience on this Intrepid tour and how it has been not a very good group, not a very good experience, and how I'm literally like counting down the days till it's over because of all these group dynamics. And my Masha, she got really mama bear and escalated it to the Intrepid head office in North America. They've been encouraging me to escalate it to the international head office here in Europe. So I don't know. I just talked to the trip leader this morning, letting her know, because when we had a chat this morning, she told me she didn't know that it was as bad as it is. So I'm going to give it another shot today. Today we're going to Kruja, which is the former capital of Albania in the mountains, a very small historical village. Of course, we got a fortress, we got an old town, we got cobblestone streets, and we got a hill we gotta climb, which is seemingly the Balkan formula for these towns. We gotta have all of those. But that's the half day plan. So the rest of the day, I'm planning to message people that I met at the hostel, and hopefully we can hang out this afternoon because I'm just not getting that camaraderie from the tour group I'm in, which is really unfortunate because why am I on a group tour? Why did I pay thousands of dollars to be on a group tour with people who don't want to hang out with me or who I don't want to hang out with? It's just not a good vibe. And so I decided to take matters into my own hands and go to a hostel to make mates. And then that way I can actually still enjoy my time while I'm on this tour with people who actually want to get to know me and treat me fairly. Wow, what a demand that is to ask for on a tour. So at least the group leader knows now. I'm not sure that she can really do much at this stage. We've got about 4 days left of the tour, so it's not long to go. I just want to leave this all behind me. I hate waking up and having to deal with drama and having to talk to people about it and keep rehashing it. I'm just over it. I'm like, bye. I'm done. Hey, I learned my lesson. No more group tours because it's just too risky, okay? So I'm gonna go back to just doing full 100% independent travel, getting myself around country to country. I was talking to people last night and it's really easy to travel around the Balkans. You do not need a tour. I'm just gonna put it out there. You can catch your own buses. Even the border crossings across from Montenegro to Albania or Albania to Macedonia, it's fine. You can do it by yourself. It's doable, okay? So lesson learned, you know? Lesson learned. A lot of money spent to make that mistake, but it's okay. Who was to know that this group would be a dud? So now we're gonna make the most of a not so great situation, but I'm still here in Albania, Montenegro for the very first time, and my first impression, I do not want it to be swayed by the fact that I'm not happy on my tour group. I just want to give it a fair shot and bloody enjoy myself, you know? God, I'm so tired of giving up so much energy to people that don't deserve it. So that stops right now. Let's have a great day today. I'm gonna get some breakfast, then we're gonna go out exploring, and it's gonna be an awesome day. So let's do it. We made it to Kruja in the rain, and look at all these school kids. It's actually a really pleasant temperature because every other place we've been has been like super humid. So this is actually lovely, even in the rain. These are slippery.
Yes, but be careful because it's hard to walk. It's not just slippery, but you can.
Look at this view. We just did a self-guided tour through the actual castle, which is a museum now, and learned a little bit about the area and the big battle that took place here. But look at this, because you can look out from any window and see a 360 beautiful view. Anyway, we have some free time. Then we're gonna go check out the bazaar in the old area of, I think it's Kruja or Kruja. It's a little cute place in the mountains. I'm just trying not to be overwhelmed by all these kids' school groups. There's so many kids. It's a lot of kids. right, and that wraps up my experience in Kruja. We actually saw the Estonian Prime Minister, and there was a whole car escort for this guy. Really funny, but there's not much to see here, not too much to do. So I don't even know if I would recommend a day trip here, but it was part of the tour, so that's why I came out today. But that is Kruja. It is a beautiful view though.
Goodness, I'm not fast enough.
There's nowhere to go.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
It starts.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi there.
Normal 600. Thank you. Here we go. Bunk'Art. Okay. Whoa.
Other stuff.
Safety valves. These are safety valves. In case of a temporary blackout. We invite you to be calm and not move from the position you are. Oh my god. What the hell? I didn't even notice how thick this door is.
It's metal.
Is it?
Yeah.
The decontamination room. You have to shout. This dude. Look at this massive bathroom with this little red toilet. Probably not to scale and looking a little petrifying, but massive.
It could be. I'm not 6'4".
Which fence?
They had a fence on the Albanian border because they'd shoot you if you tried to cross, tried to leave.
Ah.
It's like recognizing them. Just sorting my hair out there.
Huh?
I was sorting my hair.
Because I could see about 50 of you. What's going on here? Someone roll out of bed and get mom to fix her hair.
That's creepy.
Hi. What's he doing looking in the mirror?
Oh, original equipment.
Oh my gosh, the mask. No. Oh my gosh, there's an eye. This is a traditional Albanian style home setup, like a mock setup. Go through this. Whoa, through the bunkers. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. We survived. Oh yeah, we did, like a full circle. Oh wait, what? An Albanian bus is crowded. Okay, so what you just saw was me meeting up with Freya, who I met at the hostel last night, and we went to go see Bunk'Art 1 together, which was a bus ride away. You gotta look for the blue bus, the number L11. It's 40 lek for each way there, 40 lek back. It's like absolutely nothing to take the bus. So easy. Ride it all the way from the city center to the very end of the line. That's how you get to the bunker. You gotta walk a little bit after you get off the bus. And then you catch the bus right outside the entrance of the bunker, the Bunk'Art. You just flag down the driver, get the blue bus again, all the way back to the city. Super easy, very interesting bunker, very creepy. Sorry for all the noise, but that's the reality of vlogging in public. Very, very important history to learn. Kind of creepy, but I recommend it. I think Bunk'Art 1 is the one that's recommended over number 2 in the city, but I think it's worth it because it's so much bigger. You have so much more to explore. Definitely worth it if you're in Tirana. But now I'm heading back to the hostel for a nap before I head back out to have dinner with another guy I met at the hostel later on at 8:30. You snatched that water. That wraps up my time in Albania. Despite all of the tour drama, I really enjoyed my time in Tirana. I was super proud of myself for being creative and taking the initiative to meet people at a hostel to salvage my very first visit to this cool city. Tirana is the vibrant capital of Albania and has a population of about 520,000 people. Some highlights of visiting this city were seeing all the colorful buildings in the city center. I enjoyed the huge Skanderbeg Square, and I loved all of the lovely cafes, restaurants, and good shopping. The nightlife here was also pretty great. The most interesting activity I did was visit Tirana's Bunk'Art, which is a former nuclear bunker turned into a museum. While you're walking throughout the bunker, you'll learn about the tumultuous past of Albania, including the impact of the communist rule. It was pretty surreal wandering the long hallways of the bunker. It was a really good visit and I highly recommend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!